Hello friends, welcome back to the Java lesson. My name is Amit Ranjan and you are watching the video series on string handling in Java. In the previous session I have talked about what is a string, different available classes for string handling in Java, creating object of a string with the help of string literals as well as using new keyword, and different constructors available to create a string object. If you want to watch my previous video,
the link is provided on the top right corner of the screen.
So now it is necessary to talk about methods of string class. In this video session, I will talk about how to extract strings, substrings, characters or bytes from the specified string object. So let us begin. Let us begin with some important methods of a string class. The number one I have here on the screen is a substring method with a one integer parameter. This method returns a substring from a specified string beginning from begin index and up to the length of the string. So let us check it by a simple program. I have commented these two things. First one says the index of different characters, and next one is actually a word hello, and this is for understanding the behavior of method with this string object. So let us start. Create a string object hello and let us fetch a substring with the beginning index of 0. So if we will pass the beginning index at 0, this means extract the substring from 0th position up to the length of the string, that is hello. Here the length of the string is 5, so up to the length of the string is hello. So it will extract all the string, and we can see here by printing the variable s1. All the characters of this string object is returned as a new string s1. What will happen if we will pass 1? Obviously it will start from the index 1, and so it will return ELLO. So let us save this program and once again try to execute this program. ELLO. So, and what if I will pass 4? As an index, and it will display O. From the begin index, that is 4, is character O, and there is no more character here, so it returns only O. So take care, if you will pass more than the length of the string, it will display an exception. And since this exception is runtime exception, so you have to take care, otherwise when your program is running, this exception might occur. So 5 is also giving nothing, a blank string here. What will happen if you will pass your 6? It will return string index out of bounds exception with a range -1. This means if the length of a string is lower than the passing index, then it will return string index out of bounds exception. So you have to pass the index as a non-negative integer beginning from 0 up to the length of the string. If you will pass higher than the length of a string, it will display string index out of bounds exception with a negative value as a out of range. So the caution is begin index must be non-negative number less than or equals to the length of the specified string, otherwise it will throw an unchecked exception, string index out of bounds. Okay, so next one I have a same method with a different flavor. It has two integer parameter. First one is begin index and the rest one is end index. So how this work? Let us see. Suppose I pass two integer as 1 and 2. So what will happen? 1 is the beginning index and 2 is the end index. So it looks like it will return EL, but actually this flavor of substring method returns the string up to the end index, that is excluding the end index. So it will return only E. Let us check it. Only E. So it is very important to take care when passing integer value for beginning and end index. If I pass here 3, this means from 1st position up to 3rd position. So excluding 3rd position, that means EL. Let us check it. EL. And what will happen if I will make like this, from 3rd position to 3rd position? What will happen then? There is no value returned, that is a empty string is there. So, and what will happen if I will say 3 and 2? So 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So you will see here there is out of range minus 1. So the number of characters returned will be end index minus begin index, and end index must be higher than the begin index. So let us see what my presentation says. It returns the string from begin index up to the end index, excluding character at end index. The length of returning string object will be end index minus begin index. If it is 1 and end index is 3, this means it will return a string with number of characters 2. So you can check it. There is 2 number of characters returned by this begin index and end index combination. So what should we take care? The number 1, end index must be higher than begin index. Number 2, if begin index equals to end index, no character will be picked up, that is a empty string, and it will throw string index out of bounds exception if end index is less than begin index, if end index is higher than the length of a string, and if either begin index or end index is a negative number. So you must take care while passing begin index and end index value that end index must be higher than begin index and end index should not be higher than the length of a string. Let us go ahead. The next one I have is char at method. Char at method takes integer value and it returns a character from that index. But you should take care that index must be a positive number and less than the length of a string. Otherwise it will throw an unchecked exception, and it is same string index out of bounds exception. So let us check it. So char at 3. Char at 3 is L. So the C will display the value L. The value L. Char at method is helpful when we want to get a character from particular index of a specified string. But if we will try to say 5, that is the length, if we will try to get character from the position 5, which is not a legal index, it is 0 to 4. So what will happen? We will see that there is a string index out of bounds. So we should take care when we are passing index value. String index out of range 5. So index must be a positive number less than the length of a string. The length of a string is 5. So it should be less than length of a string but higher than or equal to 0. Next one I have is char array. To-char array method returns an object of array type. So let us check it first. we can display all the characters in this way. I am concatenating it with a blank space. So let us check what will happen. So we are getting HELL over all the characters concatenating with a blank space. So this 2-char array gives us the string object in character array form. And what about the getChars method? For this, let us do some more coding. Let us have one container with a length of 7. And suppose we put on 1th position, sorry, 0th position. Suppose we put A on 0th position and B on 1th position. And now I'm using this getChar method, getChars method. So how can we use it? Let us check it. S dot get chars, and then beginning index. Suppose I put begin index as 0 and the end index as 4, and then container, and then I have filled 2 position with 0 and 1. So suppose I give index 2 in container to keep the characters. So let us see what will happen. Let us check what now we have in our container. The container's first character is A and the next one character is B, but rest of the 5 characters, since my character array has 7 spaces to hold characters and first one and second one is A and B, so obviously I have left 5 blank space or 5 room to hold more characters. And now using this one I am trying to get some character and store in the container. So let us see what the result now I have in my container. Oh my god, it's a spelling mistake here. AB hell. So 0th position is the beginning index and 4 is end index. So it starts from 0 and up to 4th character, that is up to 4th index, that is excluding 4th index. It returns all the characters and put into the container in the 2nd index. So since containers 0 and 1th is already filled, I pass here 2 so that the container will filled from starting index of 2. So we get the result AB hell. So if I will try to do this 0 to 5, all the 5 characters will be picked up and stored into the container. So let us check it. AB hello. So what the characters are in my container? The first one I have filled as A, the second one I have filled as B, but rest of the 5 characters are filled by this getChars method in the container. So now let us move to the next one. In this I have getByte in 2 flavor. So let us see this. The first one getBytes method returns the byte array for the specified string object, and the second one getBytes method, it is same as the previous getChars method with beginning index, end index, a container and index in container. So let us see it. So first one is getBytes method, and you can see the byte array is filled with the ASCII value of all the characters. Concatenating it with a blank space so that I can see all the bytes in a single line. And since I am using print method, it will not print a new line. It will display all the values in a single line. HELLO. The sky code of all the characters are returned back using this bytes array. So get byte method returns the string object in the form of byte array. And what about the second one? For this, once again I will take a array of container type new byte, and I will give the same 7 as the size of this array. And now I fill this container with 65, which represents the character A, and one at position with 66, which represents the character B. And now I will call get bytes pass 0, 5 for beginning and in index, and then the container, and then the position 2 to fill the bytes in container from second position, because 0th and 1st index is already filled with 65 and 66. So let's see what container has now. 65, 66, and then rest of the character. So I guess you have understand about the feature of both the get bytes method. The number one is without argument, and the second one is with 4 argument. It has begin index, end index plus 1 if you want to get all the characters, and then the container where you want to keep, and then the index of container where you want to keep. So in the next session I will talk about different type of indexes we can get from a string object. Till then, keep watching my videos and enjoy YouTube. Learn and do comment if you have any suggestion. If you are a newcomer, please do subscribe and like and share to your friends. Thank you.